So, welcome to this class themed Less is More. And this class is about working with the energy body, so less about gaining more mobility and flexibility in the body, but more softening into how the chi is flowing through you. So, what I invite you to do is not go to your edge. So, when you come into the postures, don't give it your all, do only 60%. If you're feeling a little bit, that's fine. And yeah, soften, relax as much as you can to each and every shape. And we'll begin as we always do with a meditation, but lying down. So lie down on your backs, and if lying on your back isn't comfortable, lie down on your side or your belly. If you want a blanket or a pillow, make it comfortable. Then closing your eyes and welcoming yourself to this time you've carved out for you. This body, heart, mind connection. Softening into you as you are right now. And asking yourself, how are you? Noticing what comes up and greeting it. This is here or that is here. This chance to let your cells know that it's okay however you are. You don't have to be more awake, more tired. You don't have to feel lighter or heavier. Just like this. So what's it like to feel just like this? And tuning in to your heart, letting your wide range of emotions know that they're all welcome. You're allowed to feel just like this. And what does this feel like? Often naming the emotions are there. It's helpful to give room to them, to not be overwhelmed by them. This is here, and this, and this. Maybe it's contradictory emotions present at the same time. Wonderful. This is you now. And tuning in to your thoughts, that mindscape of yours, memories, plans, visions, beliefs. Giving air to what's going on mentally. No matter how busy or quiet, lots of spaciousness. And then noting where you are right now. Where are you lying down? Is it quiet or loud? Dark or bright? What's the temperature like? How does it smell, taste? Allowing all five senses to be open, aware, receptive. And this is what it's like to be here now with your body, heart, and mind. And then breathing into this here and now. Breathing into this existence. This fleeting awareness. Resting into the width of it all. Oh, yeah. Now. This. Then you can bend your knees. So lie on your back. If you're not on the back, rolling over to be on your back. Bending the knees around hip distance apart, arms beside you. If you want a pillow, you can put something under the head. And then you can bring your hands onto the belly, onto the hara, if that's comfortable. Seeing if you can feel the breath down there. Gentle rise and fall. Yes. Permission to relax into the gentleness of breathing. Softening into its softness. And if you notice your breath is short or jagged right now, being gentle with that. Oh, that's what it's like, okay. We'll begin to move the breath. Inhale, arch your lower back, so a little bit away from the ground. And exhale, flattening it. Inhale, arching. Exhale, flattening. The first couple, if you like, they can be a bit bigger. Then letting it become just this ever so gentle, subtle movement. So maybe it's not even perceptible to anyone besides yourself. If someone to watch you, they wouldn't even see you moving. And that you can feel deep inside. Subtle arch and flattening of the lower back. What's it like to relax into this ever so little movement? Around 3 more breaths. And pausing, resting, feeling. And hugging in one leg. If you're hugging the right leg, the left leg can stay bent, or you can straighten it out, whatever's more comfortable for you. And small little circles for your foot. Letting the energy flow through the ankle. Maybe it's cricking and cracking, grinding, letting it speak. And slow circles the other way. Letting the foot rest. And holding your leg in a comfortable way. It doesn't have to be the tightest, it can be looser. Breathing into the lower back. Relaxing the shoulders, the face, especially the eyes and the jaw. Feeling for yourself what's it like to melt into the shape as it is. Thoughts come up, let them come up, let them float through. This gentleness with anything that arises. Curiosity into these subtler levels. Then we'll be curious about our hip joints, so circling the bent leg. There's two ways to go around about this, either holding on to your knee or letting it go, freestyle, and just circling it around. So each time I do this, I imagine I'm at the Thai masseuse and they're doing it for me, and I can just soften into that care. And it's actually quite nice. It's myself giving me this care. So what's it like to care for your tissues? To care for yourself right now. Circle the other way. And then again, pausing, and you can hold behind the leg and straighten the leg up a bit. So again, less is more. Maybe that's straight enough, or it's more flexibility, or it's can straighten more. You want to feel some stretch along the back of the leg, but not too much. And then however you're holding your arms, you want to let that be relaxed. Feeling your breath rise and fall. And if that's long enough, coming out. Otherwise, maybe 5 more breaths. In your own way, letting your leg float down. And feeling that difference from the one side to the other. Resting here in that sensations, or in those sensations. Maybe one leg feels longer, lighter, heavier. Maybe the foot rolls out different. Maybe it's really noticeable, maybe quite subtle. For the other leg, rotating the wrists, so circling your hands around. I've said many times the joints are a place of chi stagnation, so these gentle rotations, you can circle the other way, are really helpful to get the chi more, flowing more fluidly, releasing any traffic jams. And then a little shaking out. Just not to beat your fingers, just a little walk. There it goes. Rest the arms down. Do they feel any different? And then hugging the other leg. So hugging the other leg in towards you. So if I'm hugging my left leg, the right leg can stay straight, or it can bend. You don't have to do the same thing on two sides. Let yourself be asymmetrical. So we're trying to balance them out as much as we can, but we'll never be perfectly symmetrical. So honoring any sensitivity in the lower back and the hips, shoulders or wrists, checking that it's comfortable for your head, back the neck long, chin slightly down, and circling the foot around. How does this ankle feel? Circling the other way. Letting the foot become still, seeing what it's like to hold your leg. Again, don't feel like you need to push it tight. It can be an easy hold. Allow the eyes to close unless you've got blue sky above you, then by all means look at the clouds, look at the sky. So there's an awareness of where we are. There's an awareness of how it feels from the inside out. There's a gentle, soft approach to present awareness. This compassionate acceptance. Anything that's here is allowed to be here. Boredom is here, then boredom's welcome. If a busy mind is here, then the busy mind is welcome. Whatever can melt, let it melt. And we'll circle the bent leg to come into the hip joint. So again, either holding on to your knee or not. These small circles or bigger circles, but do let them be curious circles. How does it feel? And how can you do it in a caring, loving way? And circling the other way. Pausing, holding behind the leg, and letting the leg straighten. So this leg may straighten less or more. The leg that you're not holding can be straight, or maybe now you want to shift it to hold, to bend. What are the needs of your lower back? What are the sensations like behind your leg? You're not forcing anything, letting it be as soft as possible. Seeing if you can breathe into any sensations of tingling, this chi flowing through you, this inner prana. And releasing the leg. Rest. What does it feel like now? How's your breathing now? And back, those baby bridge breaths of bending the knees, hands either beside you or resting on your hara. Inhale, arching the lower back. Exhale, flat. Arching on the inhale, flattening on the exhale. Small, subtle, curious movement. See if it's possible to enjoy this, to delight in the little movement, to delight in your connection with your hara, your intuitive center, grounded being. Three more breaths flowing. And again, pausing. Reaching for both legs, hugging both legs in. Good. Doesn't have to be very deep. It can be gentle hold. And see if you can imagine your lower back widening out to the sides. If holding above your knees is uncomfortable, you can always hold behind the knees, and then the thigh or the shins and calves just rest on the hands, and it can be sometimes easier to hold. So what's this moment like? Can there be a softness and a gentleness with this moment? And circling around your bent legs, feeling the massage in the lower back and sacrum. Smaller circles or bigger circles. How does that feel for the belly, the intestines, as you squish them in the circles? Again, less is more, just a gentle pressure tonight, today. Circle the other way. Does it feel different circling it the other way? If so, how? One more circle. And pausing again. If you like, you can let the knees fall out a little bit wider or keep them together. Breathing into this shape. Two more breaths here. And gently releasing. And coming into a mini Shavasana once again. What does it feel like to come out of that shape? What does it feel like to just lie here now, like this? And what does it feel like now? Bring the arms shoulder height. Bend the knees, feet on the mat. No wider than hip distance for the windshield wiper twist. So a really soft, moving twist, side to side. So you notice my feet are wider apart, so it's not this close together twist, quite wide, and the knee goes down towards one ankle, and then up over for the other. So seeing how that feels in the lower back, how it feels along the front of the thigh into the hip flexor, how it is for the shoulders, and yeah, what is less here for you? Maybe you do want to come into it and feel that release and come out. Or maybe you want to just be just a little bit each side. So finding a pace that feels soothing and an intensity that's soothing. Can you connect with your body's energy? Can you connect with your breath? Yeah, 2 more each side. Sneeze, come, sorry. Oh, no sneeze. And then when you've done both sides evenly, pause here, knees bent. Oh, what's this like? Is there a rippling effect of the motion in the stillness or not? And finding a way to roll over onto your belly. We'll come into lizard. So I like to bring a small blanket or pillow under my knee. So what lizard is this gentle back bend twist where I bring up my knee, so it tilts the angle of my hips a bit. And then with my upper body, I can stay down, or I can come up onto my elbows, or even higher up onto my head. Timing going. We'll be here 3 minutes on each side. And again, this theme of less is more. Even if you can come up this high, you don't have to. You can take it one step less. Or if this is where you like to be normal, what is it like to do a little less? Let's see how it is for your head. Your head can be up, or you can rest your head in your hands. Try to let the belly soften, the buttocks, the sense of hanging into the back bend. Noticing where you feel it in the legs. Is it inner thigh stretch or the front of the hip or both? I found that depending on our bone structure, some people feel it more in the inner thigh, others feel it more along the back of the, or the front of the straight leg. So what's it like for you? And then the tongue be soft and quiet. Letting the organs in your belly just hang at rest. And what is this like? And coming out slowly, straightening your bent leg, lying on your belly, feeling the rebound here. Arms wherever it's comfortable. What's it like to give your weight into the ground this way around? I always like to think of it as cooking the other side of the pancake. It's the Canadian in me. Oh, what does it feel like to give this side that support from the ground? And we'll try the other side. So you may want to move a blanket or pillow over for me on the other side. Bringing your knee up. The foot can be in or it can be off to the side. Two sides are different, so what's needed here? More padding, less padding, a different angle. Maybe you don't come up as high, or you do. Do you want to keep your head up this time? Or do you want to rest it in your hands? Oh, these really important questions of finding the shape. And finding a shape that's not too intense. This less is more theme of just a little is plenty. And then see if you can melt into that little. Soften into the stretching, the compression, the tugging and pulling. And having a faith in your energetic body, that the energy can flow to where it's needed, that can be free. The depleted areas can be replenished, the stagnant areas released, so that there's balance and harmony inside of us. You can even delight in this idea of balance and harmony in your body, heart, and mind. Whether that's felt right now or not, but that's a possibility. And balance is never stagnant. It's like water. It's always flowing, rebalancing, moving, rebalancing. This invitation to melt into the shapes, to be soft with them. No, it's permission to come up earlier than we're fighting to hold it. And if you haven't already, now coming out, again, resting on your belly. Breathing into the lower back. Breathing into this moment now. And our third back bend, a symmetrical one. So either baby sphinx, arm on top of arm, forehead resting on the arms, or up onto your elbows. And for this class, I recommend you don't go further, that it's the idea of a back bend. So if this is already quite intense, please come down, forehead there, or if you want something in between, you could always take a pillow, right angle, and rest. So the idea of a back bend. And of course, the legs, that's your path of least resistance. For me, it's quite wide with my heels in, but for you, it might be more hip distance, heels up or out. Allowing there to be a warmth and friendliness to what's here now. Generosity of your attention. Be with what's here as it is. And then easing your way out, lying down again on your belly. Feeling the rebound as it manifests in this moment. Allowing there to be this simplicity of practice, that fireworks don't need to be going off for it to be effective. In fact, there's so much good and nourishment in doing just a little and in giving ourselves a lot of time to rest. We're going to come back either in child, so coming back onto your heels. If you want to put a blanket under the ankles or between the heels and hips. But if that's not suitable for your knees or ankles, you can come into butterfly. So either butterfly or child. We're looking for a symmetrical forward bend. And when you've found your gentle forward bend, be gentle with yourself in it. Whatever that means to you right now. What does it mean to be gentle with yourself? Anything else you can melt or soften in this breath. And easing yourself out of the forward bend and coming once again to lie on your back. Feeling what that is like. How's your breath flowing here? Can you feel the energy in your body? Tingling, throbbing, flowing. Allowing yourself to be open to this inner perception that's available. We're coming to a lying twist. So you may want to take a pillow to have under your legs or not. Bring the legs to one side, either pillow below them, between them, or not. Hips one way, shoulders the other. And the head can look up, or it can look behind you, or forward. You can try out the different positions and see the effect that has on the shoulders, the neck. Sometimes I like to bring my back arm up for more of a shoulder stretch. So where Where's your body inviting you to explore? And how can you explore it in a really slow, soft, curious way? Breathing into these moments. Allowing yourself to feel these moments. The inhale coming out, pausing briefly in the middle. What's this internal aliveness like now, or dullness? How is it to be with yourself? And when you're ready, twisting to the other side, allowing the side to be different. Finding if you want a pad beneath or under the legs, want the legs closer, not so close. What's the right angle of the head? Arm shoulder height, or do you want to bring your back arm up a bit more? Just allowing the stretching to happen. This internal reorganization. Allowing the energy to create pathways that can flow through, with greater ease, efficiency. What's it like now? With an inhale coming out. Maybe you want to hug your legs in towards you. Maybe you don't. The next shape is Shavasana. So whatever you need to do before to make Shavasana comfortable, whatever you need to get to make Shavasana comfortable. So pillow, blanket, mini pillows, mini blankets. Let yourself get everything you need. And then soften into it. Eyes closed, body soft, ground holding you, life caring for you. Continuing to rest in your Shavasana. In this natural support of life. Allowing there to be this natural well-wishing for yourself. A well-wishing for your body, each and every cell. A well-wishing for your emotional body, each and every emotion. A well-wishing for your thoughts, each and every thought, helpful ones and not helpful ones. They're just thought, just energy. And letting there be a sense of spaciousness and ease in the body. This is what it's like to be you now. And you can choose to stay in Shavasana longer and enjoy that rest. Or you could begin to stretch and bend and ease your way up to sitting. And allowing the goodness of your practice to feed you now and later. And the more the practice feeds you, the more that you have to offer others. So if you like, if you've risen, maybe if you're just lying there, continue to lie. But if you've come back up to sitting, you can bring your hands together and take a moment to honor your practice. May your practice be of great benefit to yourself so that there's more ease and clarity in your system. And then may your practice also be of great benefit to those in your life, that you have more to offer, more ease and clarity. And also a sense of gratitude to life. May you be well. Namaste.